The WBA comes out and makes two announcements. One we aren't surprised about. Giyasov is going to be the mandatory for Boots. He already was. He just took a little bit of step aside and waited while Boots went out and unified against Stanionis. No problem there. No surprise that we're going to see that. But the second thing they did is the big shocker. They went out and put the green light on the fight between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. So that means the winner of that is going to be a belt holder. And then they turned around and also said that that's going to set the fight up, that the winner of both those fights are going to have to fight each other. Now, looking at the favorites of both of these going in, that means that we're looking at a potential fight between Ryan Garcia and Boots later on in the year. Now, that is just making people salivate, man. And I understand why. Both of these guys are big name fighters. Everybody wants to see them get in the ring. Everybody wants to see what they're going to do. They're in the primes of their careers, physically gifted, talented guys who are going out there and making things happen. But let's be honest with each other. We need to pump the brakes a little bit, okay? Just because we're looking forward to it, just because it's going to be exciting, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be competitive. It doesn't mean that we can't predict what's going to happen. Now, look, I'll be the first to admit, Ryan Garcia has a puncher's chance against anybody, probably 147 and under for sure, but maybe 154 and under, okay? A lot of people have said it. I'm not going to be the first to make this statement. That left hook is God-given, okay? He goes out there and trains it all the time, yes. But there's people who train their punches all the time that never get a left hook like Ryan Garcia's. Okay, the man has something special there. He knows it. You know it. I know it. Everybody he steps against in the ring knows it. But guys like Devin Haney, as talented as they are, still can't stop it. So when you look at him stepping in there against Boots, always a chance of him landing that left hook, getting that off and having something happen, especially since Boots is a hittable character. But if we're being honest with each other when we're looking at this fight, we know Boots is going to win. Okay, we know that if this fight goes 12 rounds, the odds that Ryan Garcia comes out with the decision isn't good. The footwork that Boots has, the counter punching, he can be aggressive, fighting off of both stances, the really good jab. Ryan Garcia's got a good jab in the sense that it's very fast, it's very explosive, it's accurate, but he doesn't have anywhere near the IQ behind that jab that Boots does. It's not as educated, okay? He can't get it off in spots. He doesn't set it up the same. He can't go up and down with it. Boots is a very, very good body puncher. Ryan Garcia's got the left hook to the body, but he doesn't even set it up well. Okay, and that's fine. He goes out there, he lands his beautiful left hook against Luke Campbell. He gets him out of there, and we all jump up and we cheer, right? Because he went out there and he landed it. But he didn't set that up. He just pushed the pace on it. He was able to go in there and he was able to explosively close that distance and get it off. That ain't going to work against Boots. So what we see him go out there and succeed at in the past doesn't mean he's going to be able to go out there and succeed at that in the future. Not to mention the fact that Ryan Garcia, as drained as he was, as sucked down as he was in there making 135. At one point in his career, the man was making 135. Have we ever seen Boots fight at 135? As a grown man, have we ever seen Jaron Ennis fight at 135? He's a naturally bigger guy. So on top of everything else, Ryan Garcia would be dealing with that. Look, his fight would be big, it'd be explosive, it'd be fun to watch for as long as it lasted. I'm sure it'll bring in some good money. Maybe we'll end up seeing this thing happen. And in some ways, it will be a very dangerous fight for Boots, maybe more so than other fights, right? Like, I'm just going to go out and say it. I think it'd be more dangerous than Mario Barrios, right? And it's because it's not that Mario Barrios isn't more technically skilled or a better boxer than Ryan Garcia. There's all kinds of back and forths and things that we can use and things that we can say. But Mario Barrios doesn't have a puncher's chance when he steps in there because he doesn't have that one punch fight changing power. He doesn't have the explosiveness. He doesn't have any equivalent to Ryan Garcia's left hook. So Ryan Garcia with that left hook, the fact that Boots is a hittable character, he's going to have that puncher's chance. He's going to be exciting. If he goes in there and he gets that thing off, it's going to be interesting to see how Boots is able to handle that punch. But at the end of the day, when we're step up to the window, when we're looking at things, when we're on the board and we're analyzing how this is all going to play out, anybody who thinks that Boots shouldn't be a massive favorite going into this fight is seeing something that I'm not. So let me know what you guys think. Should both of these guys get the win and we end up seeing a Boots versus Ryan Garcia fight later in the year? How do you think it's going to play out? Do you think it's going to be huge? And if Boots were to come up with a victory, do you think that's what it's going to take for him to elevate to that next level in the eyes of the fans, for being able to potentially be a pay-per-view star, right? Drawing the seats, drawing the money, drawing the fans. Let me know what you guys think.